Hello YouTube, Pestilence85 here again for another movie review. And today I'm going to be reviewing a bit of a cult classic film. A film by Guillermo del Toro. I can never pronounce his name right. Some of you may by now know what I'm talking about. This is cult film, Mimic. Now Mimic, I'm lazy. Let me just tell you one thing. I'm lazy and I don't feel like coming up with a plot myself, so I'm just going to read it off the back for you people. It'll be better. Trust me, we're going to have fun. Guillermo del Toro presents Mimic like you've never seen it before in a visually stunning director's cut, starring Academy Award winner Mira Sorvino, Charles S. Dutton, and Josh Brolin. Mimic brings the epic battle between man and nature to life when a team of scientists discover that their experiment in genetic engineering has gone horribly awry. Recut and presented with in-depth special effects that take you inside the film. Mimic, the director's cut, restores Guillermo del Toro's vision for this chilling modern cult classic. Now, it's a fun movie. It's not perfect by any means. It's not even close to being perfect, and it's definitely not his best, and certainly not his worst either, but then again, he hasn't really, like, in my opinion, Guillermo del Toro has never had, like, you know, that one truly bad film. He's never had of all the ones I've seen, he's never had, like, you know, the Michael Bay film. I think the worst one I've seen might have been Hellboy 2, and that wasn't even that bad. But anyways, like it said, it's about these little monsters. They refer to them as mimics, even though they weren't really referred to mimics until the end of the film. And they're like oversized bugs, and they're really weird looking. Now this is, I think, one of his earlier forays into, you know, monster cinema. This is like, it's a combination of films. It's you know, it's a giant monster movie, kind of a slasher. It's got all those elements into it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a sci-fi, it's a horror, it's a thriller, it's a drama. It's a hip, smart adrenaline rush, as according to CBS TV. It's not that fast-paced, but the ending where they finally get down to the sewers with these things, it's where it gets really good. But, you know, there's a lot of good chiller elements to it, too. I haven't seen a lot of giant bug movies, other than, you know, the famous one, Starship Troopers, which a lot of people know that I don't really like it that as much as I used to. After I read the book, I kind of got sick of that. After that, and that was, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that great. But, you know, there's also, you know, its sequels, and there's Tremors. Tremors was good. There's a ton of, you know, direct-to-video stuff about, like, poorly CGI'd monster bugs, but this one did it kind of almost. It's the one that I think is the most well made. One thing I can say is that, like, special effects, some of them are very outdated. Like, there's this you see a CGI bug. I'm not sure if that's just because of the director's cut, he like redid it or something like that. But there are moments when you see the bug, and like when it's like huge and CG, and it looks really bad, especially because I think it's like 90s CG. It's like 90s CGI. This movie's from 97. But then there's times where it's like a actual, like, thing, like, you know, you can actually see it, something you could touch. I mean, you obviously can't touch it, it's a movie, it's playing on your TV screen. If you try and touch it, you've got to probably see a doctor. But, you know, it looks real, it looks good, it looks creepy, it looks disgusting, and there's multiple of them. The movie doesn't really have a lot of gore. There's a couple of scenes where, you know, there's like a blood splat, but it's not really a gore flick at all. No, it's more of a chiller film with giant bugs in it. And I have to give it props. It's a really well-made film. Guillermo del Toro, like Guillermo. I'm never gonna pronounce his name right. I'm not even gonna try to anymore. So I'm just gonna say Del Toro from now on. Del Toro. Del Toro really did it well. Like I said, it's not his best film. I still think my favorite film of his would have to be Pan's Labyrinth. That's like, I actually have a recorded review of that where I gave it a 5, and it's a really well-made film. This I'd give a 3.5 out of 5, but it's definitely worthy of cult classic. It's a cult classic film. It's definitely worthy of it. It's definitely a good time. Don't go into it expecting like some masterful achievement in cinema, because you're not going to get it here. If you want that with like something like this, you're looking at the wrong place. Even Del Toro said he didn't like it too much, but you know, you can get worse. You can do much worse than this. If this is the worst it gets, then cinema has gotten well, but too bad for us. Cinema can only get worse from that. When you read this, his name's on the box a lot. He did Screen Story, Screenplay. He also directed it. Yeah, he's on this quite a few times. I'm not going to count how many times from there because that's wasting time. So yeah, definitely check it out. I got this for $10 on Blu-ray. $10 Blu-ray, so it's worth your money. If you can find it. Right at first, I mean, if you have Netflix or whatever, I'm sure you can get off Netflix. I haven't seen the sequels because apparently they're sequels, direct-to-DVD sequels, that because everyone wanted to make direct-to-DVD sequels out of this. I don't know, Hollywood is weird. Speaking of direct-to-video, I found this lovely little thing at this Walmart today for $5. 9 of the, I think, 11 Puppet Master films. Puppet Master, Puppet Master 2, Puppet Master 3, Toland's Revenge, Puppet Master 4, Puppet Master 5, Puppet Master 6, Curse of the Puppet Master, Puppet Master 7, Retro Puppet Master 8, The Legacy, and Puppet Master 9, Axis of Evil. Too bad that Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys isn't on there. Actually, no, that's not a bad thing at all, because that movie was garbage. I saw that on Netflix once and I wanted to cry. And I think there's one more Puppet Master film that wasn't on that collection, but that's not important. You get nine films for $10. That's worth it for me. That's all I need. Don't need the box set that takes up so much room. One little thing and I'm set with Puppet Master, and I love Puppet Master 1. 9 movies over 12 hours. Can't wait to watch them all. Can you wait to watch them all? I can't wait to watch them all. And I also found this lovely gem for $5. Also, Jurassic Park. How have you not had this before, Dolby? Because I don't know. I did see it in 3D though, and that was cool. Actually, I've never owned that movie once before in my life, so now I do, and I feel like there has been a hole that has been filled in my spirit. But anyways, back to the point is check out Del Toro's Mimic. It's a fun ride. Don't expect perfection because you're not going to get it. But I'm definitely hyped for Pacific Rim. You can tell that his love for giant monsters is in this, and when he does Pacific Rim, we're going to see it even more, especially with the giant mechs punching him. Anyways, that is my review for Mimic. Catch y'all later. You have a good night.